Now for these examples, we're given the transformation and we're going to go ahead and write the quadratic function. So we're going to go backwards from those previous examples. So for this first one, it says it opens down. Well, it opens down, that tells me that a is less than 0. And then it's stretched by a factor of 4. So going back to that first page, stretch, that means that a is greater than 1. And so it's talking about my a value there. And so I know that my a is equal to 4. Shifted left 8, so that's going to be my h, and up 2, and so that's going to be my k. So when I write that equation, I have y equals, since it's opening down, I know it's a negative a value. It's saying it's stretched by 4, so I know that's negative 4. And then it's shifting left 8. And so since it's shifting left, I know that my vertex here is negative 8 and up 2. So it's negative 8, 2 is my vertex. But remember, we always want to put the opposite sign here. So since this is a negative 8, and my vertex is really going to be plus 8. And then plus k. Okay, let's try another one. So this one says it opens up, so that means a is greater than 0. And then it just says it's wide. And so going back to that previous page, when it's wide, that means that my a value is between 0 and 1. So this one doesn't actually give a specific number for it, and so you can actually just pick what you want. So let's say 2/3. That's a fraction between 0 and 1. And then my vertex is at 4, negative 1. So this is my h, and this is my k. So putting that all together, I have y equals, a is greater than 0, so my a is positive. It's wide, and so I just chose 2/3. You could have chosen a different fraction. You could have done 1/2, could have done 3/4, anything like that. And then x, put the opposite of h squared here. So since this is a positive 4, I'm going to have minus 4. And then add on my k at the end. Okay, this one says it opens up, so that means that a is greater than 0. Then it says it's normal. So what does normal mean? Well, normal just means that a is equal to 1. And then it says it shifted right 9, so that's my h, and down 3, so that is my k. So if I write that full on vertex, it's shifting right 9, so that's a positive 9, and down 3, so that's a negative 3. So putting that all together, I have y equals, a is greater than 0, so it's positive. It's just equal to 1, so I can write a 1 there. X, I want to do the opposite sign of my h here. So since it's a positive 9, I'm going to put minus 9 squared, and then minus my k. So you can write it like that, or you don't really need the 1 there. You can leave it as x minus 9 squared minus 3. Okay, go ahead and pause the video. I want you to try and do number 4 and number 5. So the answer you should have gotten for number 4 was something like y equals negative 1/3 x plus 6 squared. You could have put a plus a 0 at the end here. That's fine. And this one just said compressed, so you could have picked any fraction that's between 0 and 1. So you could have done 2/3, you could have done 1/4, anything like that. But since it's opening down, it did need to be negative. For number 5, the vertex was at 0, negative 5. It opens down and narrow. So here you could have picked any number greater than 1. So I chose 6. You could have done 7, you could have done 12, anything like that. But since it's opening down, it did need to be negative. And then here, my h value is 0, so you could have written it like this. But the most I guess accurate answer would be just to leave it as x squared. Okay, and then for this last one, it says it's normal, so a is equal to 1. Opens up, so that means that a is greater than 0. And then it says there's no shift, so that means it doesn't go to the right or left, it doesn't go up or down. And so this is really just the parent function. Because a is equal to 1, which you can write the 1 there if you want to, and it doesn't go to the right or left, it doesn't go up or down. So I just have y equals x squared.